ascertain what's going on. That was another thing that was told to me by these cops. So they have to assess the situation. So they have to take control and get us in handcuffs or put us on the ground or whatever. Well, that's not ascertaining the situation, assessing the situation. That's just running in, guns a-blazing, shooting everything, and then finding out what happened after. That's no good. I mean, this simple situation, he pulled up, instead of screeching up like he did, he could have pulled up, seen that we're talking. We're at that point, we're talking, so things have already calmed down from whatever it was that was going on. Things have already calmed down. Give us a second, make sure we're okay. Check on us. That's good. Find out what's going on. So give a minute, look, listen, be ready, be there and be ready. So if shit goes down, you can help, because again, you're here to help and protect us. And then come over. I know you're going to come. I know you got called. I know you're going to come, and you have to find out what's going on. And I think most real Americans would. And you walking over calmly is going to make me feel a whole lot better, and not like, oh shit, I got to watch my ass. This cop could shoot me. Because that's what people will feel if you're being aggressive. And they might fucking fire back. And you know what? That's their fucking right to protect themselves. If they feel like you're going to, whether you're a cop or not, if they feel like you're going to hurt them, they have the right to protect themselves. Just like we fought the redcoats, man. Just like we fought the redcoats. That was the whole thing, is a government being oppressive to the people. And they saying, I'm not going to fucking take it. That's the reality of what's going on here. It's scary, and it's scary. And I hope any cop that sees this doesn't think that I hate cops, because I certainly don't. Like, you have the hardest job in America. You have to deal with the shit and remain calm and collected and helpful. And you're human, and I get that. But that's why you get training, and that's the training you should be getting, is how to keep calm in intense situations. And yeah, you do get shot at. You are the cop. That's part of the job as well. That's also why it's the hardest job in America. And it's not easy to catch criminals because we make it so it's not easy to catch criminals. But not for them. It's so that it's not easy to catch the innocent. Catch them up in stuff that, and I know. So, example, you guys do the bait car thing. And granted, I agree that those guys know straight up that was the wrong thing to do in that situation. That's a theft. But you can't put candy in front of a baby and expect them not to eat it. That's not the right way to do things. Because ultimately, you catch someone who just fucked up that day. You put a $100 bill on the ground, someone's going to pick it up. It's a $100 bill on the ground. I think anyone would pick it up. Can't go to jail for that. It's not right. It's not the right way to do things. It's not that I want criminals to get away with shit, because I don't. If you've got ill intentions towards people and the good of your community, you should be put away. But we can't break the laws that protect the innocent in order to get the guilty. We can't make laws for safety that violate humans' rights to choose. We want to be safe, of course. But again, you can't. It's not in your scope. It's not your rule or your place to make any laws that say anything that would violate my rights to choose, or anyone else's. We can't make laws that inhibit speech, freedom of speech, and yeah, there's plenty of things that people say that I don't like. And am I offended? Yes, I'm offended. I could be, yeah. Doesn't mean I get to tell them they can't do it. That's their right to say that shit, and it's my right to say, you know what, you suck. Or I don't like that, or whatever, and that's okay. That's okay. You can say that. That's your right. It's the whole reason I'm sending this to you is because, I just, like I said, I'm a single dad. I'm scared for myself. I don't have a lot of money. I'm struggling to survive with 2 kids, a teenager and a 3-year-old, and a stepson who's 26. That's an adult male that I was helping out because he's got some mental issues and and some other issues, and I love him, so I'm helping him out. Shit happens. But now I have to take time off work and try and hire a lawyer that I can't really afford because the ones provided me by the state don't defend my rights. And I'm at a precipice myself. I've been very vocal. I'm a songwriter as well, and I've written some songs. I wrote a song about Second Amendment because it does say "Thou shalt not be infringed," and that doesn't mean anything else to me. But we can't be mandating what people can and cannot have. If our government has it, everyone should have it, because that's the whole reason we have that in our Constitution, or in our Bill of Rights, is so that we can protect ourselves against anyone, whether it's the government or not. Especially against the government. Especially against the government. Because that's the ones that we've had to fight, is the government. Throughout mankind, throughout the history of mankind, those in power have become corrupt and oppress the people. And they find ways that convince people, of middle or upper class, that they're doing the right thing and that they feel they're doing the right thing. And all they continue to do is oppress the poor and the sick, the homeless. Those are the people that we need to protect. I'm considered poor, but I'm a man, and I pride myself in providing for myself. So I try not to take handouts or welfare or anything. I'm just that's the way I'm built. I know it's a little foolish sometimes because I probably could use the help, but it's just the way I am, and I still know that there's many who are less fortunate than I am. Many. And we need to protect them, because they're the ones that are filling our prisons. You don't see the rich men filling our prisons, so it's the poor and the struggling. And what does that say about our society? You saying these are all bad people? No. These are all people who are in dire straits, who would do anything, would steal bread to feed themselves. Would take chances that they shouldn't have to take. We owe it to our society, to our people. And we're all people. Black, white, Mexican, don't matter. We're all people. We all bleed red. This country was founded on immigrants. And we want to build a wall because people are struggling to get over here. They're dying in the deserts trying to get here because we want to keep them out because they're taking our jobs and bullshit. You want to go pick some fucking lettuce in the field? Probably not. How do you think that lettuce gets to your table? People. Not Mexican, not anything. People. People do that. We have to take care of each other. We have to stand up for our rights. And we can't allow this tyranny, because it's tyranny. And whether it's cops perpetuating it, or judges, or lawmakers, it doesn't matter, because it's tyranny. So if you are smart, you do understand what I'm talking about. Make the change now. Stand up, man. Make the change now, because it ain't gonna last much longer. It ain't gonna last much longer if we don't. Be an American. Stand up for people's freedom of choice. Individual freedom is important. If I like something and you don't, it doesn't matter. Individual freedom is important. As long as my rights don't violate yours and your rights don't violate mine, and that means I don't steal your shit and you don't beat me up, then it's okay. It's okay to disagree on shit. That's all right. And politicians, you need to work the shit out. You're supposed to not all agree on everything, but you're supposed to come to consensus. That's your fucking job. To sit there and work it out. Well, I don't like this at all, and you don't like that at all. I'm not going to bend on what like, and that's okay. I don't have to change the way I think or anything, but I'm going to figure out a way to make it work for both of us so that everyone has a chance. And corporations are not people, man. They're not. They have a bottom line and a bottom dollar. You know, any business does. They don't get lobbyists. Lobbyists are for people. Lobbyists are for the people. You can't have buildings full of the only people that talk to politicians that are run by companies, because they're run by companies, not by people. They have the interests of the company at heart, not the people. You can't have that. That's not right. That's against the goodwill of the people. That's making laws and passing laws that are good for them and not for me. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, do I want business here? Of course I want business here. We flourish and thrive with business here, but that doesn't mean business gets to mandate how the country runs. And if they don't like it, well, then they're not the kind of business we want here anyways. Let them go back up to any other country that violates people's rights and you know, start being good Americans and buying American, not to just be, you know, we buy American not because we're, you know, more proud or anything else like that. We buy American because we want to keep things we want to keep our country healthy. We buy American because it provides jobs for our Americans, no matter what color you are. We reinvest in our country. We stop taxing the hell out of our citizens. I again, you know, anytime I say anything about taxes, everyone says, "Oh, we have to have taxes." No, I know we have to have taxes. Everyone knows we have to have taxes. Well, not everyone, but most people know we have to have taxes. And things don't get paid for if we don't have taxes. But if the initiatives that we put out for taxes, the things that we vote on, or the things that Congress votes on for taxes, if those things if the money's not going to the things that the taxes are meant to go to, you know, if the end tax ends up being, you know, 20% of the original tax income because it's had to pay out this and pay out that and pay out, you know, every other little pork rind you guys put in it, or whatever you guys call that, you know, I'm sorry, it's late. Then we don't feel good about our taxes. And, you know, education, what the fuck? We started in this country making education free and mandated because we wanted our people to be smart. And we flourished. We were the leader of the world because we had we cultivated smart people from other countries as well. Hey, that person's really smart. Let's get him over here. You know, then you started cutting funding to schools and teachers, and the schools are struggling, and so parents have to shell out money that they can't really afford to do in the first place, especially the poorer families, to get their kids an education. And now our education system, our classrooms are overrun. There's not enough teachers to go around. We decided to put in a whole new educational system that none of the parents have ever learned, so are really having a hard time giving our kids good advice for school. And yeah, and we're sucking big. We're down in the world. You know, I've got lots of friends that are from Europe that they even get free college. Why? Because they invest in their future. They're investing in their future. We have to. We have to invest in our kids. Our kids are our future. If we don't educate them, then they end up on the fucking Jerry Springer show on a weekend, you know, doing who did whose daughter's friends, cousins. I mean, you know, it's just that's what we're teaching our kids to be. That's the message we're giving them, that education doesn't matter. Fame and glory does, yeah. Hey, Donald, how you doing? Fame and glory. Yeah, that's our president. Okay? Or, I mean, either way,